Hey guys, let me show you how to make this wooden barrel with Speedflow. So as you can see, the result is pretty nice. Everything works. This is perfect in fact. And if we check, let's exit, let's go in solid mode. You will have this in solid mode. Let's show everything. Let's hide the light and let's select everything here. If we hide the modifiers, this is just that. So from that, you can have that, and with some procedural materials, let's go in cycle, you can have this, okay? So it's fully editable, you can make low poly, high poly as you want, and as you can see, that works. So let's see how to make this wooden barrel. Let's exit the camera, let's go in solid mode, like that. Let's hide what we don't need, and let's hide all of this. In fact, I made another version here, so let's delete this one, like that. Okay, same for this one. Okay, so if we show this one, let's go in front view here. What I will do is press Shift A, I will add a mesh, a cylinder. I will call the rhodolast. I will choose 32 for the vertices, and nothing for the fill cap. So like that, that will give me this result. Okay, so let's move this object, let's move it like that, let's scale it like that, but be sure to use the median point. So let's scale it like that too. Okay, so it seems correct. Don't forget to apply the scale, so Ctrl A, apply scale, like that. I can now hide this one, I don't need it anymore. Let's go in edit mode, I will select this edge and shift and this one. And now I want to select the other edge, so I press Ctrl, Shift and plus, and that will allow me to select everything like that. Okay? From this, call this solidify, like that. So you will be able to edit the thickness with F and the offset with D. So let's add a little offset to have this kind of result, okay? As you can see. Okay. So it seems to be okay now. So from now, you can go in edit mode, even in the modal, so press tab. I will press Ctrl R, and I will click here, okay? From this, I will call the bevel, like that, and I will be able to change the width. So if you press 3, you will be able to do that, like that, S, D, to add subdivisions. And let's try to do that. You can also now go back in edit mode. This time, let's add a displace, okay? So you can see that will give you this result, and the displace is at the bottom, the top of the stack. So let's move it at the bottom, here, okay? And now press F to change the direction, like that, and choose normal. So with S, you will be able to edit this. So just like that, you can make the wooden barrel, let's make it be like that, to change from the previous version. Okay? You can go back to the bevel, you can edit this like that if you want, or you can edit this like that if you want. With F, you can edit, as you can see, the profile. Okay, so let's keep it like that, because it's interesting. And if we check, we have a mesh that is perfect. I can use it like that. I can, for example, add a subdivision surface, and that works. Nice. Let's add a single plane, like that. Let's move this plane, let's see here. Let's go in edit mode, let's scale it like that, let's scale it like that. Okay. From this, what I want to do is to add a solidify and to add a bevel. Okay. Easy peasy. Let's move it just a little bit like that. Let's add an array. With S, you will add another count, like that. You can go in edit mode and scale it if you want. Let's see like that. Okay. Let's add also a loop. Okay. So for the array, I need to have a little change here. So I will press X to move it like that. So let's make something small. Up. Like that. Because later, when we will use a Boolean, if the points are on the same point, yes, the vertices are on the same point, I can have some issue. So let's add a mirror modifier, and since I want to use a bisect, I will press Shift and X, like that. And to get rid of this one, I need to move the mirror before the weighted normal here, as you can see, like that. So that works. Okay, you can exit if you want, or you can keep being in the mirror. I will press Shift and Space to add a new mirror, as you can see. I will remove the X-axis and I will choose the Z-axis by pressing Z. And now I want to use this object as a reference for my mirror. So I will press O and I will pick this object. And as you can see, it created a mirror here depending on this object. If, just to show you, I move this object, it will follow. Okay? So now let's cut this object. Let's add from companion something like that. This is a screw object. Let's scale it like that. I can also scale it like that. Okay? I can apply the scale to have something clean. So I will select this object and select this one, and I will add a boolean that will cut through the object. So space, boolean, and that will give me this. But I want an intersect. I'm in difference right now. So I will press F for the intersect, like that. And that's it. So let's select this one. Let's go in local U, and you will see that we need to move the bevel after the mirror and the boolean. As you can see, my bevel is there. So let's go in the bevel. Let's move it on top of the boolean. And now I have something that works. This is nice, like that. You can hide this one if you want. One thing I can do is to add some lines here. So you can call companion once again. You can select this vertex, okay? So just this vertex. Let's go, for example, in front view. I can, just to show you, move the vertex, but let's move the the object in object mode. Let's place it here. So go in edit mode, and now let's move the vertex. And as you can see, since there is a screw modifier on this one, I will have that. So let's move it, let's see, here, and press E to extrude. Let's move it, let's see, here. You can move this one to have this result. You can edit the screw, so let's enter 64, like that. Let's add a solidify. You can play with S with the thickness and D with the offset. So let's do that. After that, let's add a bevel, like that, etc. You can, if you want something really clean, press 3, select both and add a subdivide. And that will, just to show you, add, bam, a line between them. Okay, and this object is perfect. I can keep it like that, just apply the modifiers and it's done. Okay, so now I want to add a mirror. So let's call the mirror, remove the x-axis and choose the z-axis. Same as previously, press O and select this as reference. And that will give me this. Easy peasy, okay? So if, for example, I want to increase the size of this one, I can go in edit mode. I can do that and press Alt-C to choose, since I have only one, I can keep this. I can keep it like that. That will work. Okay, so let's do that. So that will give me this result. Maybe let's move it a little bit like that. Okay, that works. You can also, in front view, duplicate this one. Shift D. Let's move it, let's see here. If you do that, let's make a rotation on this, and let's move it like that, rotation, to have something perfect. And that's it. Bam, you created this. If you want, you can increase the thickness. As you can see, that will follow. So you have full control over this object, so this is nice. Okay? So that's it. Let's go in top view. We will make a hole here. So let's add the cursor here. Let's add this one on the cursor. Let's scale it. Let's move it. Let's move it. Let's see here. Let's scale it once again. Press Ctrl A and apply the scale. And let's select this one and add a boolean. So I will move it after the bevel because I want to add another bevel. So just to show you, I have this big bevel and I don't want the same hair. So let's call the bevel and press Shift and space to add a new bevel hair. Okay? So sometime, as you can see, you will have this, so be sure to increase the angle up with X to have what you want, and after that you can change this like that. And now this is almost perfect. As you can see, I have my mirror here. I need to move my mirror before my boolean. So let's go to the mirror and let's move it before the boolean, and bam, I don't have a hole at the bottom. Easy peasy, once again. So let's select this one, press Shift S, cursor to selected, Shift Q to call this one, and I will add this primitive hair, like that. So let's scale it up, like that. Let's move it, like that. One thing I can do is to select this one, just move it, let's see, like that, and after that, let's do that. You can press Ctrl A for the scale, and add a bevel here. And that's it, we have this, this is nice. Now we just have to add the little round part here. So what I can do is to add a single cube, like that. As you can see, the cube is there. Press Alt-G to place the cube and come here. I will go in edit mode, I will add my subdivide, and I will increase this, and Shift, that will make the smoothness to 1. So like that, I have this. I can select this, press A, select loop inner region, invert, Ctrl X, I can inset and get rid of this one. Okay, so like that, I don't need the inside faces, so I can remove them. Okay, so on this one, let's add a bevel, like that. You can also, if you want, scale it a little bit vertically like that, and press Ctrl A and apply scale. So we made this, okay? Let's exit. I need to scale it a little bit, so let's use, for example, the 3D cursor for that. And on the cursor, let's press, I will place the cursor at 0, like that, and I will scale it. So, as you can see, the bevel will not follow. So in this case, I can scale it here, and press Ctrl A and apply scale with better pie menu. That will apply everything and keep the bevel correct. So let's do the same, like that, apply scale, and bam, that will work. Okay, so now I want to make an array circular of this one. So let's call the array, press C to make a circular array, and S, as you can see, to change, I will use 16, like that. I will call the displace, and that will give me this result. You can also add another displace in Z, so Shift and Space, choose Z axis, so like that you will have the displace for the Z axis and the displace for that, okay? But we need to rotate our object. If I rotate it in object mode, that will give me this result. So let's go in edit mode and let's make a rotation R, Y. So like that, as you can see, I will be able to have this. Okay. So I can edit, like I said, my displace. Not this one, but the other one. Like that. Up. Maybe scale this object. Let's go in edit mode this time. Scale it like that. Okay, so displace, this is the displace in Z, I can move it like that. I can switch to the other displace to move it like that. And as you can see, I need to edit my bevel a little bit. Let's see, like that. Okay, so now I have exactly what I want, so this is nice. I will make a mirror like previously. So let's add a mirror modifier. Remove the x-axis, choose the z-axis, press O and select this object as reference. And bam, as you can see, I have this. Nice, that works. I can now, to finish, duplicate this object and just play with the displace in Z to place this object where I want, and the other displace to place it here. So let's use the z-axis, and this is nice. Now I need to go in edit mode, and same RY, up, just move it, up, in object mode, this place, let's do that, up, and that's it, we made everything. Let's hide this object, and everything is done, and it was pretty fast. I have full control over everything. I can increase the segments here, maybe edit this one a little bit in the z-axis, up, like that. Okay, so I have full control over everything. The wireframe isn't so bad for, in fact, the entire part. On this one, I can now add a subdivision surface. This one, I can keep it like that, or, as you can see, maybe I need to change. So let's go for the Boolean. No, I need, up, yes, it was. Go to this one, it will show the object. So with this object, I can make a scale, as you can see, and I will have this. The only part that can be edited later if you want to finish is this one. You can finish it, add more subdivisions, etc., and make it complete. The other parts are in fact finished. You don't need to edit them, they are done. And as you can see, using modifiers allows you to do whatever you want. It's fast, it's editable. You can make, like I said, maybe, I don't remember if I said that, low poly, high poly version, different version, even some other versions. If I want, I can go to the displays of this one, just to show you. So I will have my displays, and I can edit the displays itself, okay? I will have to edit everything later, but this is just to show you. Okay, so now let's add the materials. This is for the wood, this for the metal, like that, and this one, I want this, this one, okay. So if we check, let's hide this, let's go in cycle, let's show the lights, and that's it. This is what we did, this is what we just did. This is different from the previous version, but it works pretty nicely, okay? So just to show you, I will select all of this, like that, even this one. Let's move it to a new collection, okay, collection 4. If I hide this collection and show the previous one, as you can see, it was this one, and we made something different, up, like that. And this one is nice too. It's a render. Okay. So if I go in my camera, as you can see, just to show you, I have the light that follows the camera, okay? So just to show you this, let's exit, let's go here, let's go in solid mode. As you can see, I have my setup for my camera here. I just added a constraint in Z, a copy rotation, and the target is the camera. So just like that, when I'm in my camera, if I rotate, everything follows. And I always have something super clean and nice. So, after that, as you can see, I used different transparent, and I can, let's go here, make a render. So if I click on render, I should have something up that will work. And that's it. Just have to wait, I have a lot of samples. And I added with Betterpie menu some post-processing when you want, like that. Okay, so this is my result. This is nice, this is clean. Okay, and just to show you, Shift Z, let's hide this. In decompositing, I added some lens distortion, hue saturation, brightness contrast. And if I'm in EV, I can show the ambient occlusion here and edit its value if I want. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope you liked it, and see you in another tutorial.